What's up YouTube, Webbers5 here, coming at you tonight with a winning deck profile. My friend Will Smith playing Orcust Guardragon FTK.
Hi. So, break down straight into it. So standard Guardragon shenanigans. Your starting cards include free Draconet, not being searched off of Silent Mining is too bricky. Triple Oviraptor, because again it's an amazing starting card, is searched off a Fossil Dig, which is less of a brick in this deck, and double Mathematician. Now I play this ratio because it works out as a 1 in 4 ratio. Play an exact 40 card deck and you play 10 starting cards. So you ideally want to see one or maybe even multiples of these guys, and I argue that Oviraptor is probably the best of the bunch, just for its ability to send multiple copies of Carboneddon and the potential to play other cards like Miscellaneousaurus. It's just infinite. I like all of these guys, to be honest.
Furthermore, I suppose with Oviraptor, if you side Kaijus, you can just search it if necessary.
If you wanted. So that moves away from the starting cards. So then we move on to the Orcust engine. So the Orcust engine actually includes Cyberstein in this build. So Cyberstein is to summon Exterio in the Unbreakable board combo, which is quite easy. So 1-card combo, just like all the Guardragon shenanigans.
Pay 5k, who cares? You're going to win the game.
When you use the Cyberstein effect in the combo, it's going to be protected anyway, so you don't have too much to fear of this getting negated, unless you're shotgunning it. Gets negated off of Crystal Wing.
Of course. You're going to do the Cyberstein.
Yep, so that is in the Unbreakable board combo. So Cyberstein gone. Play 2 Orcust Nightmare, because if you have one in hand, it is actually a brick you want to play multiples of, and otherwise Mermaid doesn't go off.
Yeah, most Orcust players are playing at least 2 Nightmares now.
Mermaid's Orcust Nightmare is one of the best as well, to be honest. Just being able to not be destroyed without all with a link monster, having such a big body, and then on top of that being a level 7. Enables other synchro plays, such potential. Really good card. The 2 copies of Heart Horror of course being sent off of Orcust Nightmare and just being used to banish and special summon a Symbol Skeleton or an Orcust Nightmare. Just one of your extenders. The 1 Symbol Skeleton, because hopefully you're going to be recurring off of Dingirsu. I would play 2 copies, but it can be quite bricky. But 1 is definitely one of your options. And then the last part of the Orcust engine is actually the Crescendo to be searched off of the Galatea. Standard Danger Engine, 2 Tsuchinoko, 2 Jackalope, and 2 Nessie. Just play these because they're really good extenders. The Unbreakable board combo needs 1 additional extender, and these guys are free. Activate Mermaid and just pitch a Tsuchinoko, and then you have full combo. Free cards.
Essentially the 3 best ones that you need to ensure that you get a monster on the field.
Exactly. Now we move on to the bricks. The bricks include Carboneddon.
And actually, by bricks you mean the cards that you use in terms of your starting engine.
Honestly, if you draw these, they're not bad, but I call them bricks because if you do draw them, you're not as optimal. So Carboneddon is your combo piece for Mathematician and Assaulting Oviraptor. You send it and banish it to summon a choice of either the Galaxy Serpent, which is your Mathematician and Draconet combo, or your Level Up Chain for the Assaulting Oviraptor. If you open these guys in hand, it's not too bad. Carboneddon kind of kills the deck because you can't send cards from your hand off of Mathematician or Assaulting Oviraptor, only from the deck. So opening the normal monsters is not bad. Plus you have the dangers to potentially mitigate that risk. Then you have the 1 of World Chalice Guardragon. The World Chalice Guardragon is there to be summoned off of Ib, and it extends your combos to make your Argopane and your Negation. Really good card. I would consider playing 2, but you can get it into the graveyard so easily that you can safely play it at 1.
Well, until quite recently, only didn't notice that Ib's effect actually lets you summon them
from the graveyard as well. Yeah,
you thought it was only from deck.
Really useful if you know the effects, guys. Just remember that. Brotork in this build can search Cyberstein or Cannon Soldier, which is the FTK version. most players who do Guardragons search Legionnaire, which is not bad. In my Thunder Dragon build I prefer that, but this is the main card to search your deck for your combo pieces. So that finishes the bricks. This is the FTK portion. So you have the Toon Cannon Soldier in this case, just because I couldn't find a Cannon Soldier.
Unfortunately, I had a Toon Cannon Soldier spare.
Still works. So Cannon Soldier being searched off of targeting the Orcust Nightmare with a Brotor to add the Machine Dark, which works out really perfectly.
And then the special summon that will be off the Yugioh.
These, yeah, so Toon Cannon Soldier is summoned off Yugioh. The Seal is summoned off of Hieratic Seal. You tribute it off of Cannon Soldier and summon it. It's going to have its Gemini effect because of the Fusion Monster Super Alloy Beast Sanitas, or Raptinus, there's the one. And from there you have a loop with Tefnuit. When you tribute it, summons back the Seal, so you get a never-ending combo of Cannon Soldier, tribute Tefnuit, res, tribute, summon, tribute, res.
Because naturally Heretics were around the point that before Konami decided, you know what, we need to restrict cards to once per turn ending.
FTK cards, if you see these in your opening hand or further down the line, it's not a brick. You're going to search most of these cards, and if you don't have to search them, that's equally as nice. Admittedly, Tefnuit prefers to be in the deck.
And I suppose the main reason they're not a brick is because Hieratic Seal lets you summon from hand as well. Hence why they're not brick.
To be searched off of IB, 2 copies of World Legacy Guardragon. If you open up more than one, it is kind of a brick, because you can only activate 1 per turn, but you want to see it and you don't want to potentially lose it, so you play 2 of. The 1 succession, because if you open up with one of these successions of an amazing extender, searchable monster reborn in fact. So you play 1 off. I think this is the correct ratio.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, because I suppose you mainly want your dragon more than you want just a generic res.
Exactly. 2 copies of Fossil Dig. This is to search the Overraptor, as I said.
I'm assuming not playing 3 to just slightly reduce brick consistency.
As opposed to playing 12 starting cards, I would just play 10 because of the 1 in 4 ratio, which I think is a bit nicer. Additionally, just having face downs can freak out the opponent, so Fossil Dig is remarkable in that respect. You can just set it and your opponent unnecessarily pops. Exactly. Triple Call of the Grave, because it's a combo deck, you want to protect your combo pieces. Remarkable. It's even disruption on your opponent's turn, so no reason to not play 3 of. Fossil Dig, not Fossil Dig, sorry, Foolish Burial. Send Carboneddon, send Orcust Nightmare, send Heart Horror, send whatever you want in the graveyard that has an effect. Send Brotor if you want. It's just there as an additional extender. So many free summons you can get off of it. If you do the Draco Neck combo, there's no reason not to Carboneddon to summon out the spare Flamvel Guard. And last but not least, the 1 untrusty Monster Reborn, because why not? So that is the main deck. The main deck is exactly 40 cards, unless I've terribly miscounted. The extra deck is rather simple. I've got this in order of combo. So you start off with your IB. IB is there to search the World Legacy Guardragon. She's the first extra deck monster you summon. When she leaves the field, she summons the World Chalice Guardragon, so she is the best card in the extra deck by far. You then summon the Cerberus using the IB and the other normal dragon monster that was rezzed. It's just a placeholder. Then you link the Cerberus off into the Mermaid. Mermaid's your first combo piece and probably one of the better combo pieces in the deck.
Probably one of the best combo pieces in the game.
Yeah. Hence in the OCG it's banned. Mermaid summons off your Orcust Nightmare. And Orcust Nightmare can then be used to search either the FTK or the Unbreakable board. Safe at playing 1 of, because the extra deck is super tight. You get rid of all of those guys later on anyway. You do the LP. The LP is summoned beneath the Mermaid and then moved 1 square to the right, and that will enable you to do your Brotor. Link all 4 of the materials you'll have off at that point into the Yugioh to get the additional draw. and the summon, which will usually summon either the Cannon Soldier or the Cyberstein, depends on your preference.
Also suppose it depends if you're doing the FTK build or you just want the negate build, depending on what your opponent's playing.
Yeah. Usually if you can resolve Saryuja's effect, you know you're pretty safe. There's no reason for your opponent to not negate it.
If you've essentially got to the point you've made Saryuja and your opponent hasn't responded, you're probably fine. Because at that point, they should have responded.
Pisty. Pisty is your additional extender to make your remaining plays. It's essential to play Pisty. You banish the World Chalice Guardragon to summon back either the Galaxy Serpent or the Flambeau Guard. Summon Pisty, use Pisty's effect to res the World Chalice Guardragon from banished, and then you link the Saryuja and the Pisty off into the Argopane. Argopane in this build can be used to summon either the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which is here. I've taken out the extra deck for the moment because I'm debuting the FTK build, but you just side this in or switch it in with the actual target for the build currently, which is Super Alloy Beast Raptors.
So well, can you explain to us what Super Alloy Beast Raptors does?
It basically says you win the game. If your opponent reads the card, then they might disagree, but I only see it as you win the game when you see this card. So all Gemini monsters on the field, and yes, Gemini monsters are a thing, they gain their effects as if they're effect monsters. Turbo card for Gemini decks. It's fantastic. You cheat it out with Argopane, gives all the Gemini monsters their effects, and because the Hieratic Sphere has a Gemini effect, which is that you contribute it to special summon a Hieratic, while it's on the field you continuously get that effect, and you can continuously loop it. That's where the FTK comes from. The only card you should summon off of Argopane in the FTK build.
I mean, the manga goes through good ending.
The Spheres is your summon off of Argopane and Pisty. You use that to start the FTK, you tribute it off of Cannon Soldier, and then you can summon the Spheres from the deck, hand or the graveyard, I believe. Maybe not the graveyard, maybe just the hand and deck.
Hand and deck, but make it for 0 stats. But you don't care because you're about to FTK your opponent.
Yeah, so alternatively you can do the exterior on the Cyberstein build. This is the negate spells and traps.
And that is also a very nice DT exterior.
Thank you. Really free, the 5k life points hurts, but when your opponent can't play the game, you realise it hurts less than normal.
Like you essentially do that against Sky Striker thing.
Essentially, the Unbreakable Board and the FTK are the same thing. If you're going turn 1, your opponent's not going to break it, your opponent's not going to win if you're going first, and it's game 1. It's nearly impossible. They have to get through so many negations, so many free pluses, so many back row. Amazing cards, that's all I can say about it. The Galatea, which is twisted a bit. The Galatea to search the Crescendo and for your Orcust combo. I play 1 just because I like to do Longirsu as well. Longirsu is good for a grind game, or you need to OTK the next turn. You can just send your opponent's linked monsters to the graveyard, and you can also just use it as an overlay to Dingirsu. Dingirsu is mainly used to cycle back the Symbol Skeleton, so your combos next turn, if you do get broken, can go through for the next turn. Dingirsu is also just a free send, spot removal, super easy. Not much to say about Dingirsu, we all know how good it is.
That's why I got the LC print in the Road to OTS.
You have 2 extra deck cards remaining at this point, so you have the Phoenix for spell and trap removal, but can also be used for the Ib combo early on, but if you didn't want to go with Cerberus. The better of the Nightmares by far. And then the Boral Sword, I'm sorry it's not secret, I couldn't afford the secret at the time, and I pulled it, so it makes up for that.
I think the Ultra still looks quite nice.
It does. Boral Sword for the OTK, super easy. The amount of materials you have on your field, you have, I believe, 5 monsters, so Boral Sword is practically free. The OTK is super free, super free. Dingirsu comes back off of Symbol Skeleton, you've got a send. Amazing. Won the back, that's an extra deck.
And it's also that thing
side deck is your preference, to be honest. If you wanted to play the Unbreakable Board version, as I said, you just side in or side out your FTK pieces for, say, Free Ash. Free Ash is not only a good way to disrupt your opponent next turn, but it's also a really good way to protect your own board. If they drop a Phantasme, Ash can negate Phantasme, so it can potentially also be a combo protector. And then rather than playing the Super Alloy Beast, you do Clear Wing, or Crystal Wing even, to negate anything that would hinder your Unbreakable combo plays. That's pretty much the deck profile. The only other thing I have is the extra deck, but the extra deck is pretty generic. I'll run you through it.
Side deck?
Side deck, yeah, that's what I meant, guys. Not extra deck. So, triple Denko second for these Spell and Trap based matchups. Hurts this deck a bit because you do have quite a few sets, but when you realise you're beating better decks that have better back row, it pays off. It gets rid of your normal summon, which is really annoying, but there's no way you can really get around Denko.
I suppose the only way around Denko's normal summon is play a card that lets you normal summon again, like double summon.
Lancia for the Orcust matchup. Many other matchups as well. Mainly the Orcust matchup, it can be really irritating, so play triple Lancia.
I think I did Lancia once against a Salamangreat player just so they couldn't Balings against my mass pop on their board.
Nibiru has become a staple in the main deck recently. I still play it in the side deck because if you're playing a combo deck like me, Nibiru comes in very handy. Even against non-combo decks, even the Cyber Dragon Orcust build at the moment, this kills the deck.
But I suppose keeping it in the side is also useful if, say, you're against a Sky Striker match going first, because they're not going to...
That's a brick if you're playing Sky Striker gens. Side it, you can main it if you want. Triple Twin Twisters for the Spell and Trap based matchups. Potentially even not the Spell and Trap based matchups. It can be literally anything that plays back row. Free card, everyone plays Twin Twisters. And then lastly...
I actually play Cosmic Cyclone.
You play Cosmic Cyclone because of Sky Strikers probably. Triple evenly matched. Just amazing spot removal. Going second is one of the cards that wins games. So free against most matchups. There's only a handful of decks that can protect against evenly matched usually. Most of the meta decks do, but evenly is just there to steal you games really easily. That's my choice. Your choice of side deck is completely up to you.
Yeah, guys, naturally always just pick, like, if you're going to, like, say, just casual events, naturally just pick your side decks based on your locals. More competitive events, just figure out what's competitive at the moment. And
exactly. See, if you're playing, say, a Thunder Dragon build, and then your first opponent chooses to play Defusion, just because you come down to the local semi-regular. Choose the side deck for your locals or the tournament you're going to. Apart from that, that is the deck profile, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Web here for hosting this and for letting me do it.
not a problem.
And yeah, if you play this deck, you are a horrible person, just like me.
Oh, I still think you're a nice guy. Well, just know when you do that.
That's up to interpretation. Thank you very much.
So yeah, that's the profile, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment in the description what you think, and hopefully I'll be back with some more deck profiles within the next week or so. Definitely going to do my evil heroes once I get updated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Webbers5, and if you're already subscribed, feel free to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload.